Hey everybody, it's your boy John back with another review. I told you I read a lot while I was sick. I don't know if I'm going to stream today still because I still feel a little bit sick. I don't know that I can talk for a long time with my voice, even though I'm mostly feeling better. But I read Empowered. I just picked this up because I saw it and because I believe Miss Sashi told me this was pretty solid. It's by Adam Warren. He does everything himself. And it's volume 1. I think there's 4 or 5 volumes, something like that so far. She has these little intros to every single story. There are a bunch of short stories in here, and they're all very similar situations where this gal, her name's Empowered, and she's part of a superhero team, isn't very good at it, and she gets herself into these sort of like weird situations where her clothes kind of fall off and people kind of objectivize her, and she's not a very good hero. It does get a little bit degenerate in that regard, as you can see right here, this is pretty standard fare for pretty much all of the stories. They are very similar. It does progress through this, and as you see, they kind of almost rips off her clothes every time, but they don't go full. You know, he does stop there. But it does get her into sexual situations, etc., etc., etc. It gets really cheesecake, you know, for good or bad. It is all done in pencils. There's nothing but pencil art in this, which is very interesting. You don't ever see anything like that. And he's very good with shading with the pencils and all that. I actually like the art style. I think it's very fun. It's very consistent all the way throughout. He does put some very interesting creatures and things like that in the books. Whoops, I'm losing my grip here. Hold on. As it goes through. Now, this girl eventually hooks up with a henchman of a villain, and he does his thing, and he kind of helps her out as a henchman. She knows he's a henchman, there he is, and all they do is get naked and do their thing. You know, they have this like budding relationship throughout the whole issue that keeps escalating as it goes along. She has a rival who has a pretty nice backstory also. And it's just quick comedic situations where the girl gets captured, the henchman does something, and there's some funny things going on. There's a breakup bit in the middle of it because the henchman, it turns out, dated somebody else before, and I guess that caused a problem. You know, it lasted for a few chapters or whatever you want to call them here. And then it kind of just takes off again. Now, apparently the next volumes have much more of a like ongoing storyline, and these are just like, you know, how he started things. And it's actually very solid all the way around. Like I said, the degeneracy's there, but it's not that bad. But it is a pretty fun book all the way around as it is. I enjoyed it. I read it very quickly. This reads more like a manga than it does like an American comic, so you can read this very quickly. Like I said, I like the art style. Storytelling is pretty crisp and quick. It is interesting enough to hold my attention for the whole book. Might have gotten a little old by the end of it, but you know, you got 250 pages here of these little short vignettes, so it's quite a bit. Overall, I thought it was kind of fun, and I found it enjoyable. I don't think it warrants going into much more detail than that for people who might want to read this. You kind of know what you're getting in this book, and you know, just by the design here. And so that's about it. It was pretty fun. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10 overall, and don't really have any complaints. So. Hope you enjoyed the review. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you've read this and if you enjoyed it. It is available pretty readily, I think. And I will be back with more reviews later this week. See you guys.